What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Forever One Ghost here, come back at you with another Dokkan Battle video. Now today, I'm going to be doing a very semi-explanatory about Dokkan Battle. I know a lot of my friends and people that are new that don't know Dokkan, or those that are interested in Dokkan but don't know how to play it and want to learn a little bit. I'm not going to go super hard into details about this because this would be a very long video. So I'm going to just get into the very, simple stuff and, stuff like that, and get into the basics of what's what and what's this and what's that. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to start off with cards. Simple as that. We're going to start with the cards. And then we will work our way up to what it is that we all know and love. And that's our regular stuff, our regular good cards. Okay, so let's go right into it. First cards are the ends. Now, ends are naturally just not the best cards you'd want. They're obviously the worst. And for us in Dokkan, we use these cards to train our characters. So the next card after that is a rare card. Now that's obviously a little bit better than that. They're just available as well to train or use to train and stuff like that. That's something you would use. Now we'll go to our SRs. Now let me explain something to you about SRs. Some of them can Dokkan Awaken into SSRs, literally SSRs, but that's not all of them. That all depends on what we would call a Dokkan event or Dokkan strike for the medals to awaken a card. Now that's how you would make a certain SR into an SSR. Now let's get right into what an SSR is, obviously. These are a lot of SSRs, but I want to get onto the specific one. Okay, so let's go with this guy. So this is obviously an SSR. Now this is a card you definitely want to get, an SSR card. If you get any kind of SSR card that's actually a good unit, somewhat like this, like the Super Saiyan Bardock Fist of Conviction is a great card, because I know a lot of you are fans of, this kind of character, Bardock, the father of Goku, and many others and stuff like that. He's a great unit for a physical team because he obviously has, he seals supers, causes extreme damage, and he does give all types key +2. And also he has a Dokkan Awakening. What a Dokkan Awakening is when a card can go further than 100% complete level, which is the level that he is at when you are him. I will explain what a UR is after that. Well, I am explaining it, so then there we go. So when you max him out or level him up to 80, then you have these things we call medals to awaken a character into a UR, which I'll explain after I show you this. So once you Dokkan Awaken him, he goes from 100 to level 1 to you again maxing him out to 120. That is a transcended UR. So that means that from he being an original UR, he has gone to further beyond, and his stats increase a lot better, making him a lot better unit to use. Now, what a UR is this. Let's get a 120 card, because I don't just want to get any card. Okay, so we'll go with Goku. This is the perfect example. Obviously, we'll get the 100 as well. But this is what I mean by transcend URing a card. This is what that means. See, if you see level 120, that means that I had further increased his stats and awakened him to a different type of card, which is this. So, as you see, this is what Goku looked like when he is not transcend UR'd. And he's just level 80, 100. This is what he would look like when he's UR'd regularly, 100 complete stats and all. This is what he would look like. Now, if you were to increase him, get him to 120, this is what he would look like. And this is what he would show up as. Now, the big one that a lot of people always ask me, what is an LR? Now, that is a card that is one of the best cards to get. They're the best units you can possibly get. Not a lot of them are all great, but some of them are. Now, I will give you the perfect examples in a second as to what I mean by that. Now, a lot of these cards are 120 URs, and here's an example of what I mean by 100. This is a regular 100 UR card. So a lot of cards can Dokkan Awaken, like I just showed you before with the Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. That is an awakened card to 120. Now, there are many ways to awaken. There's Z Awakened and Dokkan Awakening. Now, the difference between the both is Z Awakening is when you transcend an SR to an SSR. But a Dokkan Awaken is when you're awakening a UR to level 1 to 120, which is a transcended UR. So that's what a 120 card is. Now, if you want to surpass a transcended UR, this is quite possibly the way to do it. Now, a lot of people always ask me, what's an LR? What is an LR? This is what an LR is. This guy right here. Oh, this is an LR. Now, when you get this card, you can there's a lot of things with LRs. Some cards you can get, like this LR Goku, you can 100% get him right now. There's an event out. You can get this LR card and transcend him. You awaken him. But let me explain how these work. A lot of UR cards like this, or even LR cards like this, take a lot of medals. Especially him. He's the hardest one to get the medals for, because you need 777 medals to Dokkan awaken him into an LR. Now, when you awaken this SSR, he will obviously go to UR, max level 100. Then you transcend UR by awakening him with 15 medals of his medals, which is a different card of Goku, which is him holding his, or I think it's him holding his arm or something like that. Same as this, but a little bit different. And he is 120, which is transcend UR. But then if you want to surpass 120, you obviously go to LR, which is legendary rare. This is the card you definitely want. Now, he is a very good super tech card, one of my favorite units in the game, including with Broly and LR Gohan and many others. But that's what a lot of these cards are. Now, I'll show you an example of how Dokkan works. I'll even play one match so you guys can understand. I'm going to use my AGL team to perfectly explain how units work. Now, the perfect way to explain how units work is having a group of units that you can use, like an all-out hero AGL unit team, or even an all-mono AGL team that works with all types or all certain types. Now, that would be the perfect way to go about it. And, of course, that is the way you would want to go. And I'll fight Janemba. Let's go fight Janemba real quick. So that's how you would go. The perfect idea is to have the perfect AGL team. This is my perfect AGL team in my opinion. Obviously, I don't have Blue Kaioken Goku, but I will get him eventually. But this is the team you kind of want. You want a leader who can help all types, even extreme AGL types. That's what he does. He does key plus 3 HP and attack and defense 120 for super types. And extreme types, he gives type 1 key, HP and attack and defense plus 50. This is the card you want on your AGL team, obviously, for any type of unit that you want to help your entire AGL squad. How it works is this very simple. So you see the health bar, which is your HP, and then your Dokkan. When you're in battle, you're obviously going to get the opportunity to use these cards, and obviously you want to land a super so you can finish off your opponent a lot faster. That's the goal of the game. So, like I'm going here, as you see, I'm moving 6. I'm not trying to get the capsules at this moment because I'm trying to explain to you the very basics of the idea of this game. So when you use these numbers like 6, 3, or 2, these are the die numbers you use to roll, or like more or less they give you random numbers so you can move to the destination you need to go to fight your villain or hero, whoever you're facing, your boss. But that's how it works. Now, how you attack and fight your boss, it's very simple, or any character you're using. You obviously want to have the advantage against the type you're using. You're using maybe even an INT card or AGL or any kind of card, you want to use your certain type card against him. So that's the kind of unit you want to use. That's the perfect example I can give you. Now, here's an example I'm going to give you guys very, very quickly. Okay, so you see here how that link skill is red. Now, I'm going to use something to increase my key so you can see a better view of what I'm talking about. See, this character, or these are support items. Let me better explain. You want these support items to use when you're in a pickle. Now, the Senso Bean, the Dende are healing items that you use. Now, I forget the name of the dog. I'm sorry, I don't remember very much. But this card here gives your all attacking type characters key plus 3. And that is the Ghost Usher, which allows you to nullify all your opponent's attacks so that he won't attack you. So I'm going to use, this right here very quickly. And I'm going to explain to you what I'm about to do. So let me see here. Who do I go with? You know what? I'm going to go and do it again, because I want to show you guys a really dope super attack that I like to see a lot with this character. All right. So I'm going to use my Goku AGL real quick. He is, yes, fully maxed out, SA10 and all. Now, when you do that, you obviously get what you want is your super attack out. Now, a lot of different characters do different super attacks. Like this one does what LR Goku does. He does a super spirit bomb, and he sends you off. That's what he does. And there you go. He drops him like a fly. That's how you do it. You usually get the orbs you kind of need. Of course, the main point of the game is to try to get your characters, your strongest characters, to hit your opponent with the strongest hits or moves or even any kind of super that you can land on a character that you're using. Of course, you always want to have the type advantage. Never go in with the wrong type advantage, because then you will lose. Then you will look very, very bad trying to fight this guy. Now, I'm going to use my favorite character, Super Vegito, not blue, but Super Vegito. Then, of course, I'm going to hit him off with Kaioken Goku. And then, of course, lastly, we go with Super Saiyan Jose. I would say Jose because I always roll the R for him because it's just how I do it. But as you see here, the 3 link skills are red, or one of them red. Boom! Hits him with a counter. And there he goes. Now, the kind of thing you want to have is link skills. Link abilities like you just saw there. All those link skills activated when Super Vegeta was with Kaioken Goku and Rose, and he hit him for 1,000,000. That's the kind of link skills you want. Fierce Battle, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, etc. Many good link skills like that that'll help you in an advantage point to win. That's pretty much what you want to try to do to have with characters like this in Dokkan. Now, a lot of people always ask me as well, what are the best units to use? That all depends on their link skills and passive skills, or how well they work with your hero or evil or all-around mono team that you're using. It depends on what you see that fits well with your team. Some characters do stun, some characters do seal. Sealing a super is very important at times where you are in a situation where you don't have a lot of items, or even if you're starting, you want to try to help certain characters you can get, and certainly get characters you do need. Now, there are a lot of cards that do seal super attacks, and there are some cards that can take a hit, and some cards that can seal and stun and stuff like that. Now, a great stunner that I like to use on my strength team is this Vegeta. As you see here, causes supreme damage and a high chance to stun an enemy. That's a great card to use on your team. And of course, you have your walls or your tankers. Tankers that can take a hit, like Janemba can take a hit. You see he causes supreme damage to enemies and greatly lowers defense. But his base domination, attack and defense plus 5,000, and guarded activated against all attacks, which means that his guard is up and all attacks that are against him will be nullified. Not saying he's unbeatable, but he will take a majority of those hits and not get like maybe 100 attack and most. Piccolo does the same thing. Another sealer, or a sealer, of course, is this Gotenks right here, physical. See, as you see in the bottom, causes supreme damage and seals super attack. Now, this is a card you definitely want to have on your Fizz team because he's a great unit to use when you're in a pickle and you don't have a lot of items or certain cards to use against your opponents. And of course, you always want to carry your main strike event, your main strike cards. Of course, like the ones on top, like Rose, Gogeta, LR Gohan, Goku, Black, and Rose, and cards like this that you want on your unit teams and LRs as well that can help supply units. And orb changes, definitely want to have cards that can help you in a very tight spot, like orb changes, like this Goku. He changes I think it's INT orbs to tech key orbs. I think that's how it works. Or changes the rainbows, pardon me. Rainbow key to tech key. So this is a very good card to have on your tech team. The reason I don't have him on my tech team is because I have another unit that does that. And he is very well as him. Or I think it is, or I don't have one. I think he's the one that I need to put in there. But anyway, he's a guy that you want on your tech team for orb changing. And of course, if you're ever in a pickle, you always want to have your 100% strike team. Like these guys right here, like this Frieza tech, this Frieza physical, pardon me. That's a robot that has like limbs of a robot. Then you got General Tao. Then you got Jackie Chun and Chill. And then you got Old Man Gohan. I think there's Trunks from the future with the sword. King Piccolo. And I think that's a few of them for now. So these are cards you definitely want to have on your team as well, like these guys here that can help you out. And also, the big thing you always want to do for your cards, if you get a chance to get any of these things, are SAs, which is their special attacks increase. The higher their SAs are increased, the better they are. Now, I have a lot of cards that have their SAs up. Not all of them. It's crazy, and it's hard. If you have the money to do it, by all means, you can do what you want. But I always try to do it at a perspective. Now, the best advice I can give you is to give it to cards you can depend on that are helpful, like this Vegito. I always get them confused with the names, but Super Vegito is a great unit. He counters hard, like ridiculously hard, and he has an immense power to hit with. I have all of his stats almost increased to 4,000. I'm just missing a little bit more for him, so his stats are incredible, and he's a great unit to have. And his SA is 10, so that's plus. Causes immense damage, and allies attack plus 30 for one turn. And as you see here, His hitting potential skills are incredible. I increased a lot of his rare chance to perform an extra super attack. And of course, his criticals are up to 12. That's fantastic. And a lot of his stats are all there, as you see, link skills and all. That's the kind of cards and units you want to have, like him, Super Vegito Blue, Gogeta, and a lot of great cards like that as well, and units that can support one another. That's kind of the thing about Dokkan. You want to have the best kind of units to help your units in any type: tech, strength, physical, AGL. Now, hopefully that helps anyone and any and all who don't know much about Dokkan. And if you guys want another Dokkan video, let me know in the description below, and I will give one to all of you. And as always, guys, stay awesome, stay blessed, keep playing Dokkan. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, as I said, make sure to leave in the comments below a comment and letting me know what you guys want to see on the next video, and slap a like on this video. Peace.